Today, we are diving deep into a massive shift in the global tech landscape that almost nobody is talking about. We're going to look at how Russia just pulled off a major high-tech breakthrough by producing 6-9 purity phosphorus. This is a material so pure it is practically alien, and it is the lifeblood of advanced microchips. In this video, we will break down exactly how they did it, the secret atomic facilities involved, and how this completely changes the global chip war. You will want to watch till the end because we are also going to reveal the massive catch that Russia is still facing despite this victory. Let us get right into how Russia successfully launched its first ever production of ultra-pure red phosphorus and high-purity phosphorus oxychloride. By doing this, they are achieving a major milestone in their quest to strengthen domestic semiconductor manufacturing capabilities. The new production line was developed by enterprises in the Russian nuclear industry. It is capable of producing materials with a purity level of 99.999999%. This is more commonly known in the tech world as 6-9 purity. These substances are completely indispensable for the production of semiconductors. They are used in making circuits, transistors, diodes, solar panels, and optical fiber components. This accomplishment is a major development in Russia's overarching strategy to decrease its reliance on imported materials. These materials are absolutely vital to the electronics industrial sector. This brings us to how this whole project got started, under a highly secretive and strategic state program. See, until recently, Russia was heavily dependent on the supply of these highly specialized chemicals from China and European countries. The country anticipates that domestic production shall replace up to 80% of imported raw materials in this category. This will enhance the security of its supply chain for its expanding microelectronics sector. The project itself was completed in June 2026 under a strict government contract. The goal was developing and launching domestic production of critical semiconductor materials. The research institute NPO Luch, in collaboration with Geopolitical, implemented the initiative. This was part of the Russian Ministry of Industry and Trade's program to advance electronic engineering through 2030. Here at Altitude Addicts, we love tracking these massive, complex engineering projects that push human capability to the absolute limit. The effort necessitated approximately 2.5 years of industrial execution, verification, engineering, and research. The technological documentation required for industrial-scale manufacturing was produced by Geopolitical specialists. Meanwhile, the actual production facility was established at the Podolsk site of NPO Luch. The production line, which was commissioned in 2025, has now effectively completed state acceptance procedures. This confirms its readiness for serial production, which leads us directly into understanding the absolute importance of ultra-pure phosphorus. Materials of exceptional purity are necessary for modern semiconductor manufacturing. The electrical properties of semiconductor devices can be completely altered by even microscopic impurities. Production yields can be reduced, and long-term reliability can be severely impacted. Red phosphorus is an essential modification material in the process of ion implantation. Look, let's be real for a second. Making microchips is basically like trying to draw a map on a piece of dust, so any tiny speck of dirt completely ruins the whole thing. One of the most critical phases in semiconductor fabrication is doping. This process enables manufacturers to regulate the electrical properties of silicon wafers. Engineers can establish the conductive pathways that facilitate the operation of transistors and integrated circuits. They do this by incorporating precisely measured quantities of phosphorus atoms into silicon. Now, don't go away just yet, because coming up next, we are going to expose the dangerous chemical process they use to actually bake this stuff. And trust me, it involves white phosphorus, which is incredibly volatile. Phosphorus oxychloride serves an equally vital function in this whole setup. It is typically used as a doping agent during diffusion processes. These diffusion processes are another critical phase of semiconductor manufacturing. Phosphorus atoms are introduced into silicon substrates under controlled conditions during diffusion. This is done to establish the desired electrical characteristics. In addition to semiconductor production, phosphorus oxychloride is employed as a precursor in the synthesis of compounds. These compounds are used in the production of optical fibers and solar panels. This brings us to the exact mechanics of how the manufacturing process works from start to finish. The technological process developed by Russian specialists begins with technical-grade red phosphorus as the primary raw material. This material is transformed into products of unparalleled purity through a meticulously orchestrated sequence. This sequence involves intense thermal and chemical transformations. Red phosphorus is heated in an inert atmosphere during the initial stage. The material undergoes a transformation from one allotrope to another, resulting in the formation of white phosphorus. White phosphorus can be purified more effectively through subsequent processing stages. This is exactly why this transformation is so important for the final product. The white phosphorus is subsequently subjected to a series of purification phases. These phases involve the use of sophisticated distillation and rectification methods. These processes eliminate impurities at concentrations that are exceedingly low. This results in the production of high-purity white phosphorus that is suitable for semiconductor-grade applications. After purification, the material is sublimated and crystallized. This produces ultra-pure red phosphorus that satisfies rigorous industrial standards. Alternatively, the purified intermediate products may be used to synthesize phosphorus oxychloride and phosphorus trichloride. The final products take on various forms based on their intended use. Phosphorus oxychloride and trimethyl phosphate are manufactured as highly purified liquids. Meanwhile, ultra-pure red phosphorus is supplied in a granular, free-flowing form. A key component of the new production line is its extensive automation. The process has been developed to reduce the risks associated with the processing of phosphorus. So basically, they automated everything because dealing with raw phosphorus is a great way to accidentally blow up your factory, which is obviously bad for business. Automation substantially lowers the probability of employee exposure to phosphorus compounds. These compounds can pose fire, explosive, and toxicity hazards. At the same time, it improves the overall safety of the production process. This whole dangerous process was built with one goal in mind: mitigating import dependence. Russia imported a considerable amount of the materials necessary for semiconductor manufacturing for an extended period. According to industry estimates, foreign suppliers supplied over 80% of the materials used in chip production. To put that in perspective, that is over 2,500 different materials. Stick around because in just a moment, we are going to look at the global giants like Japan and China and see if Russia can actually compete with them on the open market. Among these imported substances were ultra-pure phosphorus compounds. This includes phosphorus oxychloride and red phosphorus. This dependence became increasingly problematic after 2022. That was when geopolitical tensions and sanctions introduced massive uncertainty into global supply chains. Although Chinese suppliers continued to supply a considerable portion of these materials, things were tense. Russian manufacturers were still quite apprehensive about the potential disruptions. These disruptions could result from secondary sanctions and export controls. There were also major risks associated with relying extensively on suppliers concentrated within a single country. These concerns are directly addressed by the establishment of domestic production. By manufacturing critical phosphorus compounds in Russia, chip makers can exert more control. They get control over the availability of supplies, pricing stability, and long-term procurement planning. This necessity for control is exactly what led to building a brand new competence center. The initiative has led to the establishment of a specialized competence center. This center concentrates solely on ultra-pure phosphorus-based products. It is likely that this center will be instrumental in future research and development. They will focus heavily on advanced electronic materials. The facility will aid in the development of new phosphorus-containing compounds. It will also pioneer production technologies that may be necessary for future generations of semiconductor devices. This is in addition to supplying the industry with current products. Developers are also in the process of obtaining certification. This will confirm the domestic origin of the product in accordance with Russian industrial regulations. Simultaneously, applications are being prepared for the official registration of domestic industrial products. This is being done to include the newly produced materials in official registries. The implementation of these measures will enhance the material's status as domestically produced alternatives. It will encourage their widespread adoption in Russia's electronics and technology sectors. This domestic push is happening right now as Russia enters the global competitive landscape. Russia is entering a market that is relatively concentrated among a limited number of highly specialized producers. Japan has long been recognized as a global champion in the production of ultra-pure phosphorus. Nippon Chemical Industrial and Rasa Industries collectively represent a major portion of the global supply. Japanese manufacturers have developed a reputation for manufacturing top-tier phosphorus materials. Their purity levels are suitable for the most demanding semiconductor applications. Now, if you are a fan of high-stakes industrial tech and geopolitical chess moves, make sure to subscribe to us here at Altitude Addicts for more deep dives just like this. Another Japanese producer of prominence is known for its ability to produce extreme products. They can reach purity levels as high as 7 nines, or 99.9999999%. These materials are used in some of the most sophisticated semiconductor fabrication facilities in the world. Additionally, China has emerged as an important participant in this industry. In recent years, Chinese manufacturers have raised quality standards and expanded production capacity. This expansion was bolstered by substantial government investment. Many Chinese producers of electronic and chemical materials have emerged as major suppliers. They supply both domestic and international markets. Although the United States and Europe maintain specific production capabilities, Asia continues to dominate. Asia supplies a significant portion of the global supply of ultra-pure phosphorus materials. Consequently, the international market for semiconductor-grade phosphorus compounds is run by Asian producers. Russia's new production capability places it among a select few nations. These are nations that can domestically produce ultra-pure phosphorus materials at an industrial scale. This breakthrough is directly supporting Russia's semiconductor future. The launch of domestic production for ultra-pure red phosphorus and phosphorus oxychloride represents an important achievement. The initiative replaces imports and contributes to a more resilient semiconductor ecosystem. This ecosystem can better accommodate future technological advancements. The successful execution of this project serves as evidence of something critical. It shows that semiconductor development retains a fundamental role for advanced chemical manufacturing. Right now, here on Altitude Addicts, we want to emphasize that while processors get the headlines, the raw chemical science is where the real war is won. Although the processors themselves frequently garner the most attention, the materials are equally critical. Russia's capacity to produce ultra-pure phosphorus compounds domestically establishes a more robust foundation. It helps the development of its microelectronics sector and encourages future innovation. This innovation will span across a diverse array of high-tech industries. The development also underscores a much larger trend in Russia's industrial strategy. Policymakers and industry leaders are increasingly concentrating on upstream materials, chemicals, and technologies. They are focusing on these rather than solely focusing on completed electronic products. Russia aims to build a self-sufficient electronics industry. This industry is being designed to thrive amid external market disruptions and geopolitical pressures by securing access to critical inputs. We thank the people who have liked and shared the videos and subscribed to the channel. We also thank the people who have hyped the videos